this is your main event of the AWE. It is between two giants of the arm wrestling world. Ryan Blue Bowen, he stands at 186 centimetres. He's newly minted as a heavyweight at 107 kilograms. He's aged 37 years. He has an 18.5-inch bicep and a 15-inch forearm. He is a top roll specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cage, Ryan Blue Bowen! And his opponent is the largest individual to stand inside the AWE cage. Maateiwarangi Heta is the beast. He stands at 190 kilograms. He is a formidable 165 kilos. He's aged 34 years with a massive 22.5-inch bicep and an 18-inch forearm. Ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the biggest individuals in the world, and here today he's one of the strongest men that you're ever likely to see across the table. He is your current New Zealand champion. He is your current Oceanic champion. It's Maateiwarangi Heta. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the AWE Intercontinental Belt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, main event time. Here we are, Ryan Blue Bowen taking on the Beast, Maateiwarangi Heta. All 165 kilos of this man. This is a 6-round match, so if it does end up in a 3-all draw, we will have a silver bullet to determine the winner, and the winner will be the very first AWE Intercontinental Champion, Dave Stockbridge. Can you believe this is happening?
This is absolutely amazing. The Beast versus Blue. This is really what people have come to see, and as much as the undercard has been spectacular, this is a matchup that I've been really looking forward to since it was announced. When Todd Hutchings dropped out, naturally we were all disappointed. We would have loved to have seen how Ryan would have gone against Todd, but here today, well, we're seeing Ryan take on a giant, literally.
Yeah. That's right, absolutely. New Zealand hasn't been beaten in New Zealand for over 10 years and is currently the bench press champion of New Zealand. Maateiwarangi Heta, an intimidating figure if you walk up to this man, 165 kilos of him.
He genuinely casts a shadow wherever he goes.
Here we go, we are getting set up for the very first round. It'll be interesting to see if they go slipping to trying to get to the strap, or whether or not they will get a match going. Tim Graham, the referee, getting everything lined up, making sure everything is fair, doing a tremendous job today. Got to see the thumb knuckles. We can't see the thumb knuckles. We've got to make sure that it is fair. Matches are won and lost in the setup.
Indeed. You'd have to think that at this stage, Ryan's been really preparing for the best part of the last 2 months for a matchup with a world-class opponent, regardless of who that might be. And of course, early on, it was Chance Shaw, and very, very similar styles to the Beast as well. So he's really had to return to that. Ooh, there we go. There we go. They just let go of each other. One feels just there.
We're getting a replay of Gunther Spykov's winning his title, but we've got the Intercontinental title on the line in this match. 6 rounds. Ryan Blue Bowen is taking on the Beast. And they've gone for a slip in the very first moment. This is the first round.
Maateiwarangi, he's representing Oceania in this matchup. And of course, Ryan Blue Bowen representing Australia.
It is a battle of the nations here, isn't it? And it was interesting because we did have Chance Shaw pull out with an injury, and we found Todd Hutchings as a replacement. Unfortunately, Todd also got injured. And then Maateiwarangi, thankfully, said, yes, I will step up to the plate. And a lot of people actually preferred that matchup over the Todd matchup.
There was a bit of euphoria in the comment sections of the YouTube channels of the arm wrestling world once this matchup was announced, and that was somewhat surprising. As you would imagine, Todd Hutchings, big name. A lot of people had a lot of curiosity over that, but it seems that this seems to be a matchup that gets the arm wrestling world very, very excited.
Yeah, we're just about to get a start here. We're just going to turn the wrist, make sure it's fair. I think they're about ready to get the go from head referee Tim Graham.
Oh, the back pressure really, really taking effect here.
Oh.
Ryan's holding on.
Ryan's putting all the pressure into Heta Morris's fingers here. He's dragging strong. Heta Morris is in a good position. Ryan's in a defensive position. He's giving that one up.
Yeah. Yep.
Heta Morris with a 1-0 lead.
You can see at this point right here that Ryan decided, nope, we'll come back and live to fight another day.
It's a smart decision in that position. When your opponent weighs that much and he's using all of his weight and back pressure, and you're putting all of your pressure into your bicep, it's the very first round of 6 rounds. You don't want to give up all of your energy in the very first round. But yeah, interesting about that. We had Ryan going for the top roll and unable to secure position.
Well, I mean, Ryan has been, as has been widely reported, he's been training in compound movements. He's been getting that base load power up, and he's the biggest, strongest version of himself. And I guess, is that strong enough when you're up against somebody who is 165 kilograms? You know, if he can't get control of that hand early on, the back pressure of the beast is likely to be too much. So as we saw in round 1, so what adjustments will Ryan Blue Bowen make this time?
It'll be interesting. I mean, he needs to do something differently. He didn't lose his cup. He was able to keep that in position, and as is famously known for having an incredibly strong hand and wrist, and recently started jumping into the gym to add compound movements and increase the rest of his strength. So it looked like his bicep was the one that sort of failed him in that position. He still had his wrist, but he'll need to probably get the start. He needs to time the start better.
Jamie Barrett, his protege, watching over his shoulder, offering words of encouragement. Here we go. Straight to straps. I don't think any surprises there. I think there we go. Yeah.
I do prefer it when people do start and strap if they're going to do the 2 top rollers and you get a strap every time. It's like just start the strap. But these guys, one of the aspects of that is that you can put fatigue in your opponent's hand. If you know that you can slip and you can do it comfortably, rather than giving your opponent an advantage and going straight to the strap, you can give them a bit of extra workout in the setup, not only neurologically but physically as well. So
it'll be interesting to see the extent that fatigue plays a role in the larger athlete. This is usually something that's spoken of, and we don't always see play out. But if Blue can get in a dominant position, can get past centre early on, he might just seek to drain out the beast just a little bit.
I think he was a bit surprised there that he didn't win the centre and was fighting from a defensive position almost immediately. And when you're fighting against 165 kilos of back pressure, that is a losing battle.
Indeed.
Okay, so Heta Morris is up 1-0. This is a 6-round match.
And from this side of the camera last time, you could see Heta Morris just engage his back pressure as soon as the ready go was called.
Just going to get the positioning correct, and then we'll be able to start. We're not far away from the start here.
I mean, genuinely one of the strongest men in the Southern Hemisphere, if not the world.
Here we go.
Oh,
speed. We've got an elbows come off.
Got off the mark. Blue's in a good position. How long? He's
gone to his own king's move.
Even last. Oh, wow.
Ooh. What a round, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen a king's move come out from Ryan Bowen before, but there it is. And Heta Morris changing to the press to be able to get the last 2 inches in that position. But Ryan did win the centre, but he wasn't able to break the wrist of Heta Morris. So
quicker off the line on that occasion.
Absolutely.
Looks like he's getting some advice on the phone.
Yeah, I wonder who is on the other end of that.
It could be.
6 rounds.
This is on short notice. Heta Morris has taken this matchup, and there was certainly a lot of downside associated with that. There've been no preparation for this matchup by the Beast. There was not a lot of strategy, just obviously training in the gym every day, just knowing that every day he's getting stronger, and was just ready. So when the phone call was made, he jumped at it, and just a matter of hours later was at Auckland International Airport making his way here to Australia.
Wow. So he's up 2-0 here. This is 6 rounds regardless. And Ryan needs to find his path. He did get the start in that position, was able to get about 2 inches from the pin pad, was unable to break Heta Morris's wrist. And Heta Morris fought back. Ryan dropping into his own King's move, which I've never seen before. But then Heta Morris changing to a press to get the win.
Well, Ryan really is very, very versatile. He's such a student of arm wrestling, and he would have been studying to see how other smaller opponents have tackled giants previously, and he'll pull out every tool in the box in order to make this turn his way. And he would be hoping that round 3 sees that tide turn, and he can get some advantage. If he can get that jump off the start as he did last time and keep that pressure there, then he may well be a chance.
Fatigue is going to be a factor for Heta Morris. You can see him breathing very heavily there. This is 2 rounds into a 6-round match.
It's a big engine, needs a lot of oxygen.
Especially for rounds like that where you're going back and forth. Ryan's switching on here. We're going to go to referee's grip. No moving in referee's grip. Heta Morris looks very relaxed, doesn't he?
He's smiling.
Smiling, laughing.
I just wonder who was on the phone to Ryan Bowen and what they might have said to him.
Who do you think it was?
Oh, I'm going to say John Brzenk.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Well, we know there's several big names of the arm wrestling world that are tuning into this pay-per-view, along with thousands of others who've chosen to put their $10 into this matchup.
What an event we've had today. And this is the main event.
What a spectacular card. Well, Christian Bose has certainly cemented himself as a member of the AWE family, and will be back again at either AWE 2 or 3.
About to get the start here. We'll go through the results for you in a sec. Here we go.
Oh, stopped him. And now he's trying for a press now.
Heta Morris in a good position.
Looking to lock that in. He might have something here.
Ryan's in a bad spot. He needs to really bring this back. He's going to have to try to tire out Heta Morris.
That's exactly what he seems to be trying to do, just trying to keep Heta Morris on the table long enough to see some fatigue, but too much power in that occasion, and you can see Heta Morris just was able
to get a replay here. There's a call from Ryan, I believe, for an elbow foul.
Okay.
If we can have a review of this decision.
Well, this will give
so during the
both
match,
competitors a chance to rest a little, which you'd assume would be.
Ryan's concern is that his elbow was off. The back corner was, but the inside of his elbow is still on the pad. So Ryan's concern is that it was off the back when he was trying to pin.
Let's have a look at the replay here.
And
it does look on there.
It does look on.
Because he's got a big elbow.
And
so the concern is Heta Morris's elbow off the back of the pad. And his forearm is blocking our view a little bit. But Tim Graham, the referee, has come over to...
What can we see in that last frame? It's still in.
That is officially a pin.
That is a pin.
His elbow was on.
So at the AWE, one of the innovations of the AWE is how these issues are contested, and how the recourse that an athlete has if they feel that there's been a call that's gone against them, and they can simply flash up to the screen, and a square like a TV-shaped symbol with their fingers, and that denotes that they want to see the replay, and the match umpire will then review that with the match referee, who in this case is Tim Graham, and they'll make a determination from there, and then that decision is final. They get 2 opportunities to reference to the match umpire, and after that, they're in the hands of the referee.
That's right. Definitely an innovation for the AWE there. We did learn from other productions where people didn't feel they had a course of complaint or protest, whereas we said very clearly, if you don't agree with any decision, we will review it instantly right there and then. Rather than arguing with the referee or the promoter or the audience, if you have a discrepancy that you want reviewed, we'll instantly review it, and that way you get the correct call.
Indeed. And you can see how that's worked out today. There's been very little conflict, if any, with the referees. If there is undue criticism or abuse of the referee, then that's a foul. Do that twice, you lose. Do that 3 times, and you're out. It's pretty simple, and it's a philosophy that's abided by the top sports in the world, and certainly one we're very, very happy to champion here at the AWE, as these 2 men seek to
We're going to
get a grip.
Slip here, so it is 3-0 the Beast's way. If Ryan Bowen is going to win this match, he's going to have to win 4 in a row. This is 6 rounds regardless. The Beast is currently up 3-0.
Maateiwarangi, he looks so good. He's so relaxed at the table today.
I think he feels that he's just the stronger man in every area. He looked very relaxed off the start of that last round. We're about to get, as soon as their wrists are lined up correctly, we will get a start. Ryan Bowen not happy with the setup there. Stepping away for a second.
You'd have to think that these delays are playing into the hands of Maateiwarangi, who will benefit from this period to recover. The bigger man tends to burn up the more oxygen, has the more lactic acid, struggles with fatigue, and these delays are not helping Ryan Bowen.
It might slightly, though. I mean, the way he's sort of making Heta Morris work in these setups and get position, he's not using 100% energy, but even when you are putting your hand, you can see Heta Morris breathing very heavily there, but even in these positions you are still subject to trying to concentrate, to trying to keep your breathing under control, to make sure that your opponent isn't getting an advantage over you, especially if you spent sort of 20-30 seconds to get position and then your opponent just walks off like Ryan did, and then you've got to restart all of that again.
Indeed.
But we are going to the strap here. And,
just look at the thickness there. So putting 2 1 kilo steaks just slapped together there.
So Ryan went in for the press in that last round. Very interesting. He didn't quite get the positioning he needed and was forced to go on the defence. He made Heta Morris work for the win. And that might have put enough fatigue in that Ryan feels that he's got something here, but he's down 3-0. About to get the start. Don't move.
Here we go. They both look rock solid there in the middle.
Ryan needs to time this start perfectly.
He needs the break. He didn't get it.
It's in the centre. Maateiwarangi using his back pressure there. Ryan's wrist is starting to collapse. He needs to readjust. Heta Morris recognising that,
he's putting over the top. All of his considerable weight there.
Ryan's
goes
stopping
back
him though. He's coming back. He's come back to the middle. He's trying to press from that position outside of his shoulder.
Well, then he's coming back. He's using the strap.
Flop wrist pressing. I think the strap might come apart here. Ryan's using his fingers here. Oh, I think he's given that up. Might have hurt his hand in that position. Essentially, he had 4 fingers pressing against Maateiwarangi's entire body.
That strap really became loose there, and I thought for a moment there that might have been to Ryan's advantage. It seemed that he was getting a bit more purchase as that strap was loosening.
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably the best round that he's had so far. He's down 4-0, so the Heta Morris will actually become the AWE Intercontinental Champion. We will see 6 rounds regardless, but They will fight out these last 2 rounds. The result is already in place, but this will be for pride, and there's no way that Ryan will give up these rounds. But yeah, unfortunately for Ryan in that position, he did look a lot better. He got the position he needed. I'm surprised he went for that press so early. It looked like he could almost have sort of brought his body a little bit further forwards for maybe another inch before he changed this transition to the press position, but lost his wrist in the process. The strap loosened, and it looked like all the pressure from Heta Morris was pulling Ryan's fingers backwards. They were probably going to break, which is why Ryan gave that up.
Yes. It seemed that a few seconds before he still felt that he had a chance there. If he could have just kept that strap on, mostly on his wrist, and that pressure away from his fingers, it seemed that he had maybe enough to do something. Naturally, there's a massive weight discrepancy here. The best part of another human being, a lightweight, is 60 kilograms almost between these two athletes. And Ryan really, if we rewind back just a matter of 6 or so months, I mean, that discrepancy would have almost meant 2 Ryan Bowens.
That's true.
So we really are seeing a new, improved version of Ryan Bowen, and
Heta Morris. What a performance from Heta Morris. He's doing phenomenally here, picking up the Intercontinental title for the AWE. These last 2 rounds are inconsequential to the result, but both these men very prideful. They've flown all the way over here to Adelaide, Australia, to be part of this Apex Sports Festival and AWE #1. And I think we will see these last 2 rounds being fought out as competitively as the rest of the rounds.
It'll be interesting to see what Ryan does now that the belt's no longer on the line, and he's got a little bit more latitude to be creative, and let's see exactly what he's got in mind this time around.
I think he's going to go in for a press. It looks like he's trying to supinate in.
But you can't see off screen is the feet positioning, and that is exactly what Matt Connolly is suggesting. Looks like Ryan is setting up for something different, so he is going to be creative just to see what pathways might be there for another potential matchup into the future, I would say. Here we go.
Yeah, he did try the top roll again. Heta Morris winning the centre every time. Ryan in the defensive. He's lost his wrist. He's on his bicep trying to get back in. Heta Morris cleverly readjusting into Ryan's fingers.
Rolling.
Pronating into his fingers as he drops his body weight. Ryan holding strong.
Somehow.
His bicep is incredibly strong. He's in a flop wrist position. He's got some cutback now. Heta Morris going for a
there
press.
We go.
Wow, what a performance from Heta Morris.
Heta Morris really, it seemed to almost rest halfway through there, just to catch his breath just one more time before really going in for that final press.
One round to go. It's 5-0. Where was the wrist? I've counted it as 5.
That one just there was like a restart.
That then?
Yeah.
Just there?
Yeah, that was Mate had a foul, but so it was a restart. So that was
Just some clarifications from Tim Graham, our ref, who's just...
I thought it was 3-0.
3-0.
We're getting word from the referee there that I think we missed there was a restart, and 4-0 is being the score.
4-0 is the call.
Right, so we did get a restart, which we missed there. Apologies for that, but it is 4-0 currently from Heta Morris. He does still retain the Intercontinental AWE title. Just getting the confirmation from Tim Graham. So well done to Heta Morris picking up the AWE Intercontinental title, and we will see 2 more rounds, which is better for us because we get to see more of competition between these 2 men.
These 2 men, so strong, they're destroying the table.
They literally ripped the bolts.
The bolts out of the pad.
I bolted that in this morning. I'm getting another word from Tim, the Graham referee here.
Okay.
It's up to both of them.
Some conversation going on in the cage right now between the athletes.
Don't want to continue.
Okay. we are going to crown our Intercontinental Champion.
So, Maateiwarangi Heta said he's had enough, and 4-0, he does win the title there. And Dave Stockbridge will come over to make the announcement. But well done to Heta Morris. He is the new AWE Intercontinental Champion. That's the thing, was when you have a 6-round regardless match, sometimes when people do get in a 4-0 winning position, they feel they might be slightly injured, or that there is no point to continue because the match result is already in place.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what
Dave
a spectacular performance by both athletes. Please put your hands together one more time. And your winner here today, and Hollywood Matt Connolly is rushing from the commentary table in order to bestow the Intercontinental belt. Ladies and gentlemen, Hollywood Matt Connolly, he's been on the commentary test all day here today. One of the organisers here at AWE, he's got one fan in the crowd. That's wonderful to hear. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your winner, the Beast, Maateiwarangi Heta! Well, fantastic work, mate. Well done. Really, I mean, the name matched the performance, the Beast, and all done on very, very short notice. Firstly, thanks you for returning the calls and jumping on that plane from Auckland all the way to Adelaide to be part of this spectacular event. You guys have matched up before. Did it feel different this time? And Ryan, a lot more horsepower this time, but that's good to know. And you are naturally one of the strongest people in the Southern Hemisphere. How long have you been arm wrestling now?
I think I'm on 11 years.
Absolutely amazing. The current New Zealand champion, the current Oceanic champion. Well, now you can add this belt to your collection. And your new, ladies and gentlemen, Intercontinental AWE Champion of the World.
Wow, what a win for Heta Morris there.